I want to thank you for being here tonight. I'll try and make this as quick and painless as possible. I do have just about everything on my website you need to know. Grading, the daily assignment calendar, handouts. Okay, a little about myself. I do have some education and I do have some experience. And if you notice over here, I have been teaching at Day Middle School before my students were even born. Here's a brief overview of Common Core. Just a disclaimer, it's not a defense or critique. In the United States, we have 45 states that have adopted the Common Core. Why change these Common Core standards? Well, we have a new global economy. Okay, if we look at the number of students in the United States and compare them to, for example, China and India, for every one student in the United States, there's 4 in India and 4 in China. So we are outnumbered. Okay, here's a comparison of different countries. And if you notice, we have reading, math, and science. This one's math in the center. United States scores very low. That's sad. That's very sad. Okay, it's not so much the Common Core standards, the standards themselves, that's different. It's the mathematical practices. It's how we teach those standards. And noticing over here on these 4, I'll go over these 4 practices very quickly. Okay, make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. So make a plan, stick to it, don't quit, and check your answer when you're done. Also, you want to change numbers to words, change words to numbers. Model with mathematics. Okay, students need to communicate verbally and in writing how they solve problems and also critique the reasoning of others. Okay, here are the classes that we teach, the math classes we teach here at Day Middle School. There's ones you might hear of called compacted math. It's basically taking 5 years of math and cramming it into 3 years. That's like walking versus running. That's intense. It's very intense. Not too many students will do this. Okay, the normal sequence is just to go into 8th grade math and then Algebra 1. Advanced students may go into Algebra 1 Accelerated. However, Algebra 1 Accelerated is very challenging because it encompasses both 8th grade math and Algebra 1 from high school. So Algebra 1 in high school is actually easier than the algebra here in middle school. However, it's not rocket science. As a matter of fact, in my class, everyone can be successful if they apply effort. They have to try. My grading system is set up so that half of it is participation. They have to try in class. So how do I determine if they get credit or not? Well, I have this rubric. And on this rubric, they either receive 0 for the day or 1 for the day, 1 point. So if they bring their materials, they participate and show evidence of that, and they demonstrate pride behaviors, then they will receive credit. Pride behaviors that stands for positive, respectful individuals determined to excel. And these are the expectations. Basically, it comes down to the better behaved students are, the more likely they will be successful academically. For the week, let's see, they receive 1 point for each day, and then if they do the extension assignment, they will receive 100% for the week. It looks something like this. Wait a minute. For those of you in the back seats, here you go. This might help out. So it's a 5-day week, okay? But you need 6 points, not 5 points. You need 6 points to get 100%. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, let's say you get credit, student gets credit for those days, they receive 83%. To get the other point, they would have to do the extension assignment, or what you might want to call a homework assignment. And it's posted on my class website. And they have that week to get it done. It's due by Friday. Then they would have the extra point, and they would have 6 points, 100%. One of the things that we do, activities we do in class, is called estimation. For example, this one, we know the height of this man. We need to determine the height of this lamppost. They have to estimate. Have this form that they fill out. They write down the question for estimating. They justify how they got their answer. They put down their estimate. I then show them the answer. They talk about it with other students around them, and then we talk about it as a class, ways of finding out the answer. Then they write down the clues they did not use or they misjudged. We also do some mental drills called Race the Clock, and we use these things called responders, which send the results to my computer so I can see. They also have a mental math log, so they'll record the results, they'll graph it here so they can have a visual graph to see if they're improving. They'll also take the totals and sum it up and get the average. Here's some notes that we took in class. Notice how we have a bunch of words with numbers in there. We model it, try to model it, and then we write an expression for it. So we're changing words, a word sentence into numbers, a situation into an expression. All right, here's a quiz that we took recently, and if you notice down below here, this is a rubric, and it explains exactly how each question is graded, how many points for each one. Okay, so here's a problem we did in class, and we modeled it, we wrote the expression. Notice that they also glued this into their notes, and then we took a quiz, and students may use their notes. They can look at this problem, refer back to it, and the questions are very similar. They're almost the same, only the numbers have changed. This is another question on the quiz. This was the extended assignment, and notice that number 18, the extended assignment, is the same one that's on their quiz. If they would have done the extended assignment, they would know how to do the problem on their quiz. Remember, everyone can be successful if they apply effort. We also have these workbooks, and they'll keep them in the classroom, but we'll just tear out pages as we need them. You can find everything on my website that you need. And thank you for staying awake. Have a good night.